Welcome to this week's New Listings Live. I'm Etienne Meller, owner of 3 real estate agencies here in the Greater Montreal. To my right, Mike Francois, business director at Meller Group and AEO, Agency Executive Officer. Mike, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
We've got some good stuff happening this week. We're going to talk about some of the things is the rate war, big topic this week.
We got some beautiful properties actually, and of course the major topic of the show is the rate wars in the mortgage world. The goal of the show is actually to provide you with some insights so you get to find out exactly what's going on.
And of course, we're going to present you with, we have about 20 or so new properties just hitting the market, anywhere from different towns in the Greater Montreal, all price points from entry level, first time buyer stuff, all the way to the most luxurious homes in the Greater Montreal. We have a special guest. When you're looking to buy, you want to be with someone that's very knowledgeable. And we have someone from the Brody Windsor team today, Scott Brody, and he's going to be talking to us about what they call the Home Advisory Club. This is something very unique and special that they offer. But here right now with us is Scott. Good morning, Scott.
Good morning, Etienne. How you doing?
We're doing fantastic.
We're doing great.
The weather's nice. The activity on the real estate side is booming. Tell us about the Home Advisory Club. This is something extremely unique that we don't see. I've never seen it anywhere, anyways, in the province of Quebec. What is it all about, Scott?
So basically, to summarize, Etienne, the Homeowners Advisory Club is a network and community of trusted advisors and tradespeople that have been vetted by us and that we are making available to homeowners regardless of when they're thinking of buying or selling. So they need that advice at any time. So anything to do with the home, and we've curated these experts to help people make the right decisions long before they ever think about buying or selling.
We're having a bit of a connection problem, but to recap, it's really for anybody that has anything to do with owning a property, interested in finding out who are the preferred supplier, the people that you guys trust as real estate brokers that have been in the business for more than 20 years locally in the Greater Montreal area, more specifically, and maybe also the West Island, more specifically, who, as an example, maybe a roofer, a plumber, a painter, landscaping, AC, HVAC. If I'm not putting words in your mouth, that's pretty much what it is. So if I'm a homeowner and I want to find one of these suppliers, I want to make sure that I'm getting the right people, and I trust that from your expertise, from your having dealt with these people for some of them for more than 20 years, it should be a good fit. Is that correct?
Well, that's it. It's the biggest problem we see that homeowners have is they don't know what to do, when they should be doing it, and who they can trust to help them get that done. So this is, again, where a realtor is helping advise them on their property and making sure they get the right advice is what they should be doing, what they should not be doing, and then who can they call to help them get those things done.
Is there a cost associated to that? How can anyone be part of that club?
They can just go to brodywindsor.com, sign up for the Homeowners Advisory Club, subscribe to our monthly newsletter where we're always, and our podcast, we're always providing education for homeowners. And we interview a lot of these trusted service providers on our podcast and give people the relevant information that they need to make, again, better decisions when it comes to managing their property and their home.
And for those, Scott, that might feel like, oh, well, if I register for such a service, am I going to be solicited? Am I going to be bothered or called upon to try to sell me? What would you answer to someone that's thinking this way?
Well, that's a great question because we get that all the time. Is like, oh, listen, I'm not thinking of selling. I just want to get some advice, and we always have to say, well, that's exactly what this club was designed to do. There's absolutely no pressure about selling because we're playing a long game here, and we're giving people the advice and information they need, and it's a service to the community. We're connecting people in the community, and we're helping them help each other. And that's really what it's all about.
So, and I'm thinking also for investors, this could be fantastic. You own a property, you need this kind of help as to understand, well, who could be a potential supplier for you, for your property to maintain, to manage, to upkeep. So this is great. I think it's a fantastic idea. You guys have been doing great. This year should be a fantastic one. We wish you nothing but the best for this year. Keep up the great work. Go check out their website, BrodyWindsor.com, if I'm not mistaken. Is that right?
Correct. BrodyWindsor.com, and look for our podcast wherever you get your podcast as well.
Perfect. So thanks again. Have a great day. Have a great year, Mike.
Yeah.
Let's talk about what's going on right now. When we talk about the rate war, as you called it, Mike, I like that terminology. That's what we've seen. We've seen banks like RBC, TD, BMO dropping their fixed rates multiple times over the past few weeks. And this is not nothing. High ratio mortgage is now under 4%. We haven't seen that in quite a bit of time.
Quite a bit of time. And to tell you the truth, I mean, RBC is coming out really aggressively.
Please tell me the truth. Always tell me the truth.
TD and BMO as well. And they're going with back-to-back cuts. And to tell you the truth, the only reason why they're doing that is because banks are fighting for the mortgage business, especially in this busy season.
So the mortgage industry in full competition mode. This is great news for buyers, obviously. All big banks have been offering are below 4% over the past 10 days. And it's really a signal of the market. We're in the spring market. The spring market has started. The rates have dropped. All signs pointing to some good times for anybody that's looking into real estate. Let's go look at the strategies for home buyers and for homeowners, and buyers. When we talk about first-time buyers, maybe. Low rates. What do you think about that? What's the best strategy for someone looking to buy right now?
I think the best strategy is to negotiate. You want to shop around. Right now, we do understand that banks are competing with one another, which gives you the opportunity for you to have the upper hand. So getting closely maybe in touch with a mortgage broker can also give you facilitate the situation as well. So shop around. Don't drop at the first person that makes you an offer.
And some of you don't know this, but when you actually sign with a potential mortgage broker or a bank, or say that you are intending to buy, but it's not a commitment, a formal commitment. What happens is if the rate goes down, your guaranteed rate will go down with that next drop in rate. If you end up not buying, then nothing lost.
Yep.
And if the rate goes back up, which we don't know, no one knows the future, then you're guaranteed at least the lowest point during that time. So go and talk to your bank. Go and reach out to us if you need a mortgage broker. Go and commit to saying, look, I'm thinking of buying. Just that, no more than that, right, Mike? And then you have a guaranteed lock rate, and if it goes down, then your rate goes down with that. So I think that's fantastic. Now, you came to see us today. You came to the show every Wednesday because we showcase new properties, and we've got some beautiful ones. We've got some homes right now that we're going to go introduce to you. These are brand new on the market. Ville-Marie, Longueuil, Île-Bizarre, Saint-Bruno, Pointe-Claire, a bit everywhere. Let's start with Baudinet team.
So the Baudinet team's got two new listings this week, one on Sherbrooke and one on Boulevard de Maisonneuve. Followed through, we have François de Rancourt in the Longueuil area. We have Mark Belluni. That's in Île-Bizarre, your spot.
That's where I live. Come see me, everybody.
We've got Michael Chen in St. Bruno and Antoinetta in Pointe-Claire.
Okay, so we talked about on the national side, the rate war, the banks, the big banks lowering, Scotia, CIBC, and National Bank matching or actually cutting even further down their rates. When we talk about local market, what's going on in Montreal? If you're a buyer, you're a seller.
Well, we're seeing a rush of buyers, getting into the market, but there's still some people that are still hesitant, thinking that, hey, I'm going to wait till the rates go even lower.
Yeah.
And I always think that these people are the people that miss out. Just like the people saying, I'm waiting for the prices to go lower. I'm waiting for the interest rate to go lower. And in the end, they never end up buying or doing anything at all because they're always waiting for that perfect opportunity. And there is no perfect opportunity. The opportunity is now, so seize the moment.
Yeah, is the rate going to get lower? That's what you were asking, or no one knows. But also price-wise, if we look back for the last 25 years, prices have not dropped, especially not in Montreal or in the province of Quebec. Why? We're still the most affordable province in Canada, second biggest city in Canada. So mix all that together, you've got a pretty steady chance of
and the lack of inventory.
lack of inventory. Prices are not going to drop. Now, there's conversation about recession. We're going to talk about that in a few minutes, but I want to keep that for the investor. If you're thinking of investing, what's going to happen? We're going to see that right after we look at some more beautiful properties. Now, this time, we're going to go to Amstead, Kirkland, Laval, Valleyfield, Côte des Neiges, and Saint-Eustache. A great mix of different types of properties.
That's right. So we got Team McGuigan right here starting in Hempstead, followed by the Brody Windsor Group in Kirkland. Then we have Liliana Bergman in Laval. We got Isabel Stern with three new listings this week.
See, just want to observe something. You're going to see 3 properties from Isabel.
Yeah.
Valleyfield, Côte des Neiges, and Saint-Eustache. Completely, this is the trifecta.
Yeah.
The triangle is large. So I love that. I love to see brokers that don't restrict themselves geographically.
And she's going over water. We're talking about multiple bridges here. So
that's right.
So, you don't restrict yourself, and she's doing a great job, and she's all over the place.
So way to go. Congratulations to all of you. And to those watching this, if you like one of these properties, don't wait. Reach out to the broker in question or to us directly. We'll put you in contact with them. These properties are not going to last. We just talked to you about the national market. We talked about the local market, home buyers and sellers. Now, I want to talk, Mike, for a second about none other than investments and investor strategies. Now, when rates go down like that, the variable rate goes down. Now, we talked about the fixed rate going down.
Yeah.
Actually even lower than the variable rate.
Yeah.
Sometimes we've seen economists in the last few weeks hint at potential recession. There's so much uncertainty. They're talking about recession. When you talk recession, you think right away investors, because why? When there's recession or a potential recession, there's maybe some opportunities for those investors.
Yeah.
What do you think about that, Mike?
Well, they say buy the dip. So when the market's going bad, when there's blood in the streets, it's time to invest. Now, at the end of the day, that's also for the risk takers. But one thing you got to keep in mind when we're looking at interest rates, because of the uncertainty, they're saying that if you do have a potential to get a really good rate, lock it in. Lock it in for a period of time, not knowing exactly where the market's headed. And again, that's from person to person. Don't take my advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just letting you know that, depending on your risk tolerance, you might want to consult a financial advisor to tell you what's the proper thing to do, or a mortgage broker for that matter.
And for those investors, don't think the prices are going to go down. But what's going to happen if there is a potential recession is that the rate might go up slightly, holding off. Some buyers might decide to hold off. Some sellers might need to sell just to change their financial situation or for cash flow purposes. And that's the time when you as an investor could have some opportunities, or less competition, I should say. That's the better way of saying it. Less competition to buy that said property.
Yeah. Right now, to be honest.
Again, the honesty thing. I think Mike is...
it's important. It is a seller's market, especially under $1 million. Now, we're noticing like a lot of competition, a lot of multiple offers. So if you're trying to sell your property, it's the best time. It's the best time to do it, especially if it's in good condition.
Thank you, Mike, for that honesty about that. Always interesting. Let's go to our final segment of new listings hitting the market this week. We've got some properties in downtown Montreal, Ville-Marie, and then one in La Salle. So start with Sandrine Martin.
Sandrine Martin on Wellington Street, followed by Lily Lee and Place Phillips. And then we got Carly Friedman.
Carly, that I want to say congratulations for her last 3 months. She's in the top broker recognition. I'm not sure what you call it, but congratulations on earning that award, that designation.
Of course, and then we have Camelia Fati in LaSalle.
So it's been a packed show. We covered the rate war. We've had a great conversation with Scott Brody from the Brody Windsor Group, explaining what the Home Service Advisory Club is, which I think is a fantastic resource for anyone that's in the home ownership or thinking of buying or selling or investing.
I think it's a great endeavor because, like a lot of people maybe don't know who they can call, to do a renovation.
Well, I think I'm going to register to it myself personally. No, and it's true because they've done the work. They've met the suppliers. Yeah. They've done the interviews. They have a great podcast. You got to check it out.
Unless you want to go on the internet and just find some random and see what happens.
Trust the good old Google machine, but I don't know. I'd rather trust the Brody Windsor Group. More than 20 years in the business. Go check them out. And obviously, we've got some open houses coming this weekend. We're going to be back on Friday, 10:30 a.m. As always. Mike, anything to add?
Yeah, if you have any questions, you're in the market, you're trying to look for a home, you're trying to sell a home, or you just want to chit chat and talk about real estate, don't hesitate to give us a call, DM
Mike's
us.
got time.
I mean, come through any means necessary.
And he's an honest guy. So there you go. With that, thank you very much. Have a fantastic day.
Have a good one.